Very good morning, students. As you know, we are studying chapter 5 Contemporary of South Asia. The contemporary of South Asia means the modern Asias. So, we have studied so far what? The country in South Asia, and there are 8 countries belong to this, and distinctiveness, the variations, the cultural variations, linguistic variations in South Asia. And after that we have a study about the military and democracy in Pakistan and the democracy in Sri Lanka, monarchy and democracy in Nepal, and we have also completed ethnic conflict and democracy in Sri Lanka. Now today we are going to study India and Pakistan conflict. As you know that India got freedoms in 1947 since the British partition and creation of dominions of India and Pakistan. The two countries have been involved in number of wars, conflict and military stand of the Kashmir issue, and across the border terrorism has been cause of the conflict between the two countries, right? This war is also called Indo-Pakistan War of 1947, also called First Kashmiri War, started on October 1947, right? So what happened is 1947 when Pakistan feared that the Maharaja, the princely states of Kashmir and Jammu and Kashmir would agree to India partitions. Princely states were left to choose whether to join India or Pakistan or remain independent. The Jammu and Kashmir, the largest of the princely states, had majority of Muslim people, every populations, and significant fraction of Hindu population, right? The ruled by Hindu Maharaja over Jammu and Kashmir. So what happens? Pakistan sent their tribal Islamic forces with support from army of Pakistan and attacked the occupied parts of the princely states and forcing Maharaja to sign the instruments of accession of princely states to the dominion of India to receive India military aid, and the UN Security Council passed the resolution 47 on April 1948. The front solidified gradually along with what came to be known as line of control between the two nations, right? And a 4-month ceasefire was declared 1 January 1949 and India gained control about two-third parts of the state, Kashmir Valley and Jammu and Ladakh. So why did India sign what happened? This is the first Jammu and Kashmir wars, and when Pakistan sent their tribal Islamic forces with the help of their army, right? So this is also known as the first Kashmir war. Got it? I hope you got it. And the second war is known as Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. This war was started following the Pakistan Operation Gibraltar, which was designed to infiltrate forces into Jammu and Kashmir to precipitate an rebellions against rule by India. India retaliated by launching a full-scale military attack on West Pakistan. The 17-day war caused thousands of casualties on both sides and witnessed the large engagement of armed vehicles and large tanks battle since World War. The hostilities between the two countries ended after ceasefire was declared. The diplomatic intervention by the Soviet Union and USA and subsequent issuance of the Tashkent Declaration and had a upper hand over Pakistan when the ceasefire was declared. So the very important is the Tashkent resolutions. Tashkent is situated in Russia, and this war was ended. But third war started on Indo-Pakistan War of 1971. What happens? The Pakistan Lieutenant General A. Niazi. You know that Niazi was very famous, who discriminate the Bengali peoples from the East Pakistan. He was the commander of Eastern Pakistan commander. Right? Signing the instruments of surrender in Dhaka on 16 December 1970 in presence of India, Lieutenant General Jagdish Singh Arora. The Pakistan PNS Ghazi. The Pakistan submarines sank during the 1970 Indo-Pakistan War under mysterious circumstances of the Visakhapatnam coast. This war was unique in the way that it did not involve the issue of Kashmir, but was rather precipitated by the crisis created by the political battles, right, between East Pakistan and West Pakistan. And the leader of East Pakistan, Mujibur Rahman, we have already study about the Mujibur Rahman's, the formation of Bangladesh. That's why I would not like to explain it again and again, but just summarize it. So what happens? Zulfikar Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, leader of East Pakistan, and Yahya Khans, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, leaders of West Pakistan. This would culminate in the declaration of independence of Bangladesh from the state of Pakistan. The following Operation Searchlight and the 1971 Bangladesh atrocities, both 10 million Bengalis in East Pakistan took refuge in neighboring India, and India faced the big problems, and that's why India helped the Bangladesh or East Pakistans financially as well as military and intervene in the ongoing Bangladesh liberation movement. After a large-scale preemptive strike by Pakistan, full-scale hostilities between the two countries commenced in December 1970. Once Pakistan arms surrendered in front of Indian Army and Bangladesh and unison formed. These are the three conflicts between India and Pakistan so far, right? And Pakistan's foster the terrorists also, Islamic tribals many times, and also discriminate the Bengali language, Bengali peoples from the East Pakistan, and imposing Urdu over language over the Bengali speaking peoples, and they did not give them proper autonomies and proper fair share in the democracy of Pakistan. So this chapter has ended the contemporary of South Asia. Contemporary means the modern South Asia. Now this chapter is finished today. Hope you get it. If you have any problem, you can ask about it, right? And thank for watching video. Have a good day.